On the last World Cup qualifying video I did, I was looking at the South American match days 3 and 4, including this opening goal against Brazil by Ezequiel Lavezzi of Argentina. This time we're going to end 2015's World Cup qualifying highlights with the third part of the second round in Africa, starting at the Nyayo National Stadium in Nairobi as Kenya took on Cape Verde. The tie was only 9 minutes old when Olunga headed Kenya into the lead, and there was no reply. Final score: Kenya 1, Cape Verde 0. And so we quickly moved on to the Estadio Nacional de Cabo Verde in Praia, as Cape Verde looked to avenge that 1-0 defeat. It started well for them when Helden gave them the lead on the 45th minute. 7 minutes after the interval, and Cape Verde got the goal they were looking for, Helden getting on the end of this pass to make it 2-0 to Cape Verde and 2-1 on aggregate, which is how the game ended. Next up, we were at the Stade Tegegu in Lomé, Togo, as they faced Uganda to try and qualify for a second World Cup. They didn't start well, Uganda taking the lead on 39 minutes with a goal from Mia. It stayed that way, and we moved on to the second leg. That match took place at the Mandela National Stadium in Kampala, and the players emerged from a giant football, which was cool. Uganda extended their aggregate lead after only 4 minutes when Massa fired in that rocket. A swift counter-attack on 41 minutes gave Uganda a chance to pretty much settle the tie, Mia scoring the goal. That wasn't all the scoring for Uganda though, they saved their best till last, Mia getting it again on the 45th minute, cracking goal. Uganda winning 4-0 on aggregate, and we move on to our next game, Botswana v Mali at the Francistown Stadium in Francistown. A brilliant header from Gadebole opened the scoring for Botswana in the 14th minute. And 10 minutes later, the Botswanan fans went absolutely mental when Mogorossi was able to slide it home on 24 minutes. Mali set up a salvage attempt in the second half and were able to claim back an important away goal on 56 minutes through So. That was the last action of the game. I'm going to show you anyway. Final score: Botswana 2, Mali 1. Mali had it all to play for in the second leg, which took place at the Stade de 26 Mars in Bamako, and the salvage job continued. Mali won a penalty early in the game, and Diabate scored it on 10 minutes. Though Mali were already leading thanks to the away goal in the first leg, they ensured their progress on the half hour with a goal from Bakary Sako. Final score: Mali 2, Botswana 0, with Mali going through 3-2 on aggregate. On to the next game, which was Libya v Rwanda, which took place at the Stade Olympique in Sousse, Tunisia, due to the Libyan civil war. Libya got themselves a penalty early in the second half, and Al Badri converted it with ease on 48 minutes, and that was the only goal of the game. We were at the Stade Regional Nyamirambo in Kigali for the second leg, and Libya started where they left off, El Monir scoring on 36 minutes to give them the lead. Unlike the first leg, the Rwandan fans did have something to cheer in this game, Tuyasenje equalising in first half injury time. This was not to be Rwanda's day, however, and just after the restart, Al Ganodi would give Libya the lead again. The commentator seemed quite excited about that goal, so I imagine he was pretty pleased in the 3rd minute of injury time when El Monir confirmed Libya's progression. The final score is Rwanda 1, Libya 3, Libya win 4-1 on aggregate. We now move on to the Stade de l'Amitié in Cotonou as Benin took on Burkina Faso, and it was another game that began with a penalty. Benin were the recipients of the penalty, and Premier League striker Stéphane Sessegnon scored it in first half injury time. Now I don't know who the hell the guy running onto the pitch to celebrate him is, but I do love his outfit. Into the second half, and Burkina Faso were able to get an equaliser on 51 minutes with a goal from Nkrumah. But it would be Benin taking the spoils for the day, with Bello scoring on 84 minutes to give us a final score of Benin 2, Burkina Faso 1. Much like Mali earlier in the video, this wasn't the end of the world for Burkina Faso as they'd scored an away goal, and we moved on to the second leg at the Stade de in Ouagadougou. In another similarity to the Mali game, Burkina Faso got themselves a penalty early in the game, and Petropa scored it on 17 minutes. A wonder goal from Traoré of Burkina Faso on 70 minutes ensured that they had the final say on who was going through. The final score, Burkina Faso 2, Benin 0, with Burkina Faso winning 3-2 on aggregate. One final pairing now, and Tanzania took on Algeria at the Benjamin Mkapa National Stadium in Dar es Salaam, and Tanzania took a surprise 43-minute lead from Buguri. Even more surprising was on 55 minutes when Samatta doubled that lead. As surprised as they were, Algeria didn't get to the round of 16 in the 2014 World Cup, being naff. Slimani getting a goal back on 72 minutes with a wonderful volley. And only a few minutes later, Slimani had scored again to bring the scores back to 2-2. And that's how the first leg finished, but I don't think Tanzania were prepared for what happened in the second leg. That second leg took place at the Stade Mustafa Chaka in Blida, and Algeria started off very, very well, Brahimi opening the scoring in the first minute of the game. Unfortunately for Tanzania, Algeria started as they meant to go on, and on 23 minutes, Ghulam blasted home a free kick. In the 43rd minute, Leicester City's Riyad Mahrez got in on the act, making it 3-0. Didn't think much of the celebration though. In the second half, Algeria got themselves a penalty thanks to some slack Tanzanian defending. The first leg hero Slimani scored the penalty on 49 minutes. Already 4-0 down, the Tanzanian goalkeeper decided that he wanted to hand a penalty to them as well. This one was scored by Ghulam though, as he got his second of the game on 59 minutes. Algeria still had plenty in the tank, and on 72 minutes Majani would head home a sixth. In the 75th minute, Slimani would score his second brace in as many games to round off the scoring for Algeria, finishing the game with a 7-0 win, 9-2 on aggregate. And that is it for 2015 on the World Cup qualifying front. I'll be back next year with more of the same, I expect. Like and subscribe.